Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a new video. I do apologize for the stark white background. I'm in the process of moving, so audio doesn't sound great, background doesn't sound great, but hopefully I get it sorted soon. But we have some new information about Palia. There was another Ask the Team that was released a few days ago, and there was actually some fairly substantial information in that post. So we're going to be getting into that. As always, if you like the video, please go ahead and leave it a like and subscribe to the channel for more Palia news. I'm going to jump over to voiceover mode because this just isn't working for me. Okay, so first and foremost, before we get into it, happy Halloween to everyone out there who celebrates it, but let's get into the video. So the first question that was answered was regarding how open the world will be in Palia and whether it will be open world or if it's going to be instanced. Now this was answered by Aiden, who did say that Palia will definitely feature exploration and discovery as an exciting feature of the game. However, they say that we know it's impossible for us to create enough content that exploration can be a permanent part of the experience, but it's something we can continuously reinvigorate as we expand the world of Palia over time. They do say that in terms of the size of the world at launch, it is important to keep in mind that our core reference genre is community simulation. That means games in this genre do a lot with a comparably smaller landmass than what a typical open world game has. So it does seem that the focus is going to be on a smaller, more filled in world rather than having a massive open world for players to run around in. I'm assuming there's going to be more than enough to discover, but I do like how they're going to be condensing the world down to a reasonable size. There is no point in my mind having a massive open world if there's just not enough things in there to fill it up. The next question relates to sharing a house. There are some people out there who, maybe with their partners or friends, want to share a house kind of like a roommate arrangement. They didn't give a very specific answer as to whether this is or isn't in the game itself. However, they said that this is a style of play we really enjoy as gamers ourselves and know the community is hungry for it. As such, we're excited to talk about our plans in this area, but want to let things develop a bit further into the process before tipping our hat around how we'll be attempting to meet your expectations for this style of play. So they're kind of not confirming it, but they're also not denying it. So I can assume safely that this will be in some capacity in the game. Now this one's a long one, so you can pause and read in your own time, but the question that was asked was around accessibility and how they'll handle the game in terms of people who are sensitive to flashes, maybe people who have hearing problems, or people who need to have adaptive controllers. Basically, they did say that they're going to be implementing this all at some point in time. Not everything will be available at the launch, however, there's definitely plans to roll out so the game can be as accessible as possible to as many people as possible. And then we move into the residents. So someone asked, is there a name for the culture or elf-like residents of Palia? Now they did say that the elf-like creatures that we see in the trailers are called Magiri. Now this name does hold some significance, however it is tied into the story, so this is just something that we're going to have to play to find out what that significance actually is. Now the next question relates to servers and how you can find your friends or to ensure that you're playing on the same server as them. They did say that you don't have to worry about not being able to find your friends in this game. They did say that they're still exploring some ways of networking before entering the game with your character. And they did say that at the moment the easiest way is to either become friends with them, and they say that you can search for them even if you're not in the same area, or you can join a party, after which you'll have a manual controls to ensure playing together. They did say that we want friends to have the opportunity to play together and not to make it a total headache to do so. So that's really good to hear. Now the next question relates to transportation. Someone asked, what's your vision or approach towards transportation around Palia? We saw a 14-second clip of the character using a glider after jumping off an elevated platform. Is there a way of negating fall damage? Also, do you plan for easy accessible transportation methods, i.e. portals, so visiting different cities or villages is fast and convenient? They did say that fundamentally we view this as a balance between immersion and convenience, and believe that the importance of these two elements shifts as you spend more and more time in a space. We've been focused on building a world worthy of exploration, so as you're discovering each part of the world for the first time, mining all the details can be rewarding and important. However, as you play longer, you'll start to engage with new systems that soften the navigation burden over time. So for me, that just says that yes, there is a key focus on exploration, and they want you to absorb every detail when you first come into it. However, there will be some kind of systems that will allow you to possibly fast travel or get around faster if you've been to an area multiple times before. Now, the question that is probably most asked all the time, almost every day in the Discord, is when is the alpha? They did say that the team learned a lot from the pre-alpha, which includes finding out that we have so much more work to do. And good news, they also said that we plan to get the alpha ready for the first half of next year. They did say that we'll keep you informed as things develop, and we're super excited to have more players come into Palia. So possibly within the next 6 months, there could be another open alpha for us to try to jump into if we're accepted. But guys, that's the video for today. What did you think about what was announced today? Let me know in the comments down below. Were you excited? Were you disappointed in a few things? I know some people want a super big open world to explore, but for me personally, I don't mind the world being a bit smaller if there's actually a lot of things to do in there. I can't stand open world games where they're just empty fields and nothing to do. But with all that being said, let me know your thoughts of everything that was announced today in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please go ahead and leave it a like and subscribe to the channel for more Palia news. That's it for today, guys. Take care, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.